Welcome back. We're on day 5, which opened up, what, 3 hours ago? One of these days I might actually start the stream on time, as in the moment the problem is available, but I'm not expecting to be competitive because there's people here in these leaderboards that actually have AI solve the problem for them. They don't even do anything. They don't look at the inputs. They just run the AI. It auto solves the problem. So it's unrealistic to compete against them. Not that I mind. I mean, it's not meant to be a competitive thing. It's a friendly thing. All right. So we're on day 5, supply stacks. Something to do with stacking crates. Okay, what have we got? The expedition can depart as soon as the final supplies have been unloaded from the ships. Supplies are stored in stacks of marked crates. But because the needed supplies are buried under many other crates, the crates need to be rearranged. The ship has a giant cargo crane capable of moving crates between stacks. To ensure none of the crates get crushed or fall over, the crane operator rearranges them in a series of carefully planned steps. After the crates are rearranged, the desired crates will be at the top of each stack. The elves don't want to interrupt the crane operator during this delicate procedure, but they forget to ask her which crate will end up where. They want to be ready to unload them as soon as possible so they can embark. Okay. They have a drawing of the starting stacks of crates and the rearrangement procedure. Okay, this looks a bit... not that bad, but a bit more work to parse this. 3 stacks of crates. Stack 1 contains 2 crates. Stack Z is on the... crate Z is on the bottom, crate N is on top. Okay. In each step of the procedure, a quantity of crates is moved from one stack to a different stack. Hello, DHA. Never escape the towers. Well, yeah, Wugger's run was postponed. I was going to be commentating, actually. It might be in a few days' time. Okay, so it's actually like the data structure stack, where you take stuff off the stack, but you can't take stuff from the bottom. So it's like a real stack. Which in Python is really easy. You just make a list and take things from the end, the right-hand side, not the left-hand side. That's inefficient. I was talking more of this Towers of Hanoi looking puzzle. Oh yeah, I think I understood the the illusion there. Does look like towers. It is sort of similar to Hanoi in the sense that you can only take from the top, except there's no sense of width here. Everything can be stacked on anything else. So it's like actually easier than Towers of Hanoi. One crate is moved from stack 2 to stack 1. Fine. 3 crates are moved from stack 1 to stack 3. Which crate will end up on top of each stack? Okay, good. I was worried that we'd have to redraw that diagram in ASCII of what the final state looks like, which will be a pain. It's gonna be enough work to parse it. You just give it as a sequence like that, CMZ, right? So most of the work in this problem, I think, is just parsing the input, because that's not the easiest to parse, because you can't even split on spaces, because spaces here are you don't want to split on these spaces. This space is a divider. This space is actually part of the stack, sort of. All right, anyway. So let's that's what it looks like. The thing is, it's fixed. So I already know the width and height from the beginning. I don't need to parse the input to see what the height and width is, which just makes it slightly more complicated. So I can just say, just hard code this. Width equals 9. Height 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could have just looked at the line numbers. All right, 8. Height is 8. This line doesn't matter, this line doesn't matter, and then we parse these, which is straightforward enough. It's very consistent. 13? Okay, fine. All right, so stacks equals so we want a tuple because we have a fixed number of stacks, so a tuple will be fixed. That just helps us prevent us from changing the number of stacks we've got. And we want figure out how to do this. Just you could do it like this for so that creates. Oh no, that's a generator. Or we could just make it a tuple like this. So that creates one empty stack 8 times. All right. Okay, so for row in range height, all right, let's grab some of this. Okay, line equals f dot. It's weird that the CC generator uses the maths operator symbols instead of words. Does it? What the? Are you seeing this? Uses dumbass ho brightest symbols. Did it actually just say dumbass ho? Well, I said it now that I actually said it. State of Moscow. I didn't say state of Moscow. Wow. Does Moscow even have states? Bile dismal school. Okay, the more I read this, the more it's putting words in my mouth. I'm just gonna stop looking at it. Dumbass ho. How did it even... I mean, let's put it this way. Google trains its AI probably on the voices of lots of streamers, right? Because they're the ones using this CC thing. So now we know what a lot of streamers are talking about. Yeah, I mean, is Lolo stream. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's never been particularly accurate. But the fact that it would... I mean, when it can't work out what I'm saying, it's going to pick what it thinks it's likely based on what it's been trained on from what it's seen from other streamers. So that's what I find funny. It just assumes I've been talking about dumbass ho. Right. F dot... When you say equals, it put... Yeah, that's quite strange. I would have preferred just stick to English words because... I don't know, I find it quite strange. Dot read line dot strip. No, we can't strip here. So we actually have to knock off the last character, because the last character is... Actually, we don't need to knock off any characters. So for column in range width. Alright, so now for each column, we want to take... Let's look at this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 characters per column. But of each of those 4 characters, we want the second to actually get to extract the letter. So we want R equals 4 times column plus 1. That gets the letter. And then we just put that in the stacks. Stacks. Column. Dot append. R. So by the end of this, we can actually try test this out now. Four times column plus 1 equals line. Oh, damn it. I mean, we could actually... Okay, so the one problem is, this line here, 1, you would expect it to have empty spaces in the 8th and 9th column, but it's actually, there's no characters there at all. So it's inconsistent. I could just cheat and just add some characters there. So my problem is not actually using the input as it was, but I don't care. Wait, why is it removing them again? That's not how text files work. Okay. Yeah, they're being kept. Is that the same column number? Yes. Now don't go removing my spaces. Oh my god, it's actually removing them. This is the IDE doing this. This is the programs doing this. It thinks I want to get rid of them. Don't you hate when programs tell you what you should be doing? The whole point of programming is we tell the programmers what to do. And now he's going and removing my spaces. There's got to be some setting somewhere, like auto remove trailing white space or something. Oh, this isn't even showing up on stream, is it? The settings menu. Okay, what? Okay, search white space. Okay, maybe I mean, otherwise I could just open this up in. Does Python care about white space? No, but the reason it's removing them is because usually when you're writing code and you've added some extra white spaces at the end, normally you don't actually want them because it's just useless. And you don't want to show up. You don't want it to show up in the changes, like the patch changes, because when someone's reviewing what you've changed, like it's just wasting their time seeing little white spaces being added everywhere. So it just gets rid of them, so it looks like it did before. So, I mean, that's good. That's what you wanted to do. You don't want to do it for text files, because text files, it's supposed to just be pure. It's just be as it was. So I can actually open this up in WordPad and just do it there, because WordPad won't do that. Sometimes you just gotta... But Python, no. Okay, so Python doesn't care about white space, but this isn't Python. This is just text, and Python's reading the text character by character. So at this point, it doesn't matter what Python cares about. It is still going to look for a character there if I tell it to. Alright, so this won't be visible on stream, but I'm just opening up WordPad. Opening up the input file. Advent of code. Input. It's not even strictly speaking a text file. That's probably why, if it was a text file, .txt, then it probably would have left it alone, because it knows that text files should be left alone. So this is, I think, because it's a file without a file ending, it just assumes I want to remove white space. Okay. Now, as long as I don't touch this, if I don't save, it's not going to remove those spaces. Let's test that now. There we go. All right, so the other thing I need to do is don't add the character if it's a white space. If car not equal to okay, does that look right? So the first column should be NWB, the next one should be BMD, and so on. NWB, BMD, yeah, looks right. So it's NWB, but we just want to reverse them because in Python you want the top is the right hand side. So looks like it also captures some brackets. Did it? Uh-oh. Oh, before. I think it's not doing it now. But that's weird. Why would it do that before? It still shouldn't have. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, you're looking at these. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's just showing you that it's a list. Okay, so for stack for I in range length stacks, we just want to say stacks, the ith stack, replace it with the ith stack reversed. That ugly thing there is just shorthand for reversing in Python. It's a very Python thing, and I've not seen it anywhere else. All right. Equal. Of course. Okay, no, this should be a list. Because tuples, you're not allowed to change the contents, so... Okay, let me look this up. Python, can you reverse lists in place? Python list. Yeah, you can. Okay, that's what I should be doing. No. So we'll keep it as a tuple. We don't want to change the contents of stacks, but we do want to just reverse them. There we go, BWN. Okay, now, okay, so now we just need to waste 2 lines because they're useless to us. And then we move on to these lines. So it's always 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tokens, and we only care about the 2nd, 4th, and 6th token. So tokens equals f.readline dot strip dot split move quantity, so we move that many from source to destination. Okay, source dest equals int tokens 1 int tokens 3 int tokens 5. So until now, I didn't know you could use caps lock to type the uppercase symbols and whatnot. Well, you can't. I had to actually rewrite it in the registry of the system. But if you change the registry, you can make any key do anything. But yeah, you can't. You can't on the keyboard as is, but you can change the registry. I've got a. It'll take a long time for me to get used to avoiding shift, and then I'll get a new laptop, and then I'll have to teach myself to use shift all over again. Maybe I should just get a new laptop, but I can't justify buying a new laptop just for a shift key. I'll have to look into whether it can be fixed. If it's just the circuit is actually just broken, I don't think I can fix it easily, but if it's just a case of, I don't know, moving some wire or something, maybe. Just reg edit the new laptop. Step in the wrong direction, because then what happens when the caps lock key breaks? I'm back to using shift. Whatever key I use is the one I'm going to be hitting all the time with my little finger, and that's what's damaging it. And I use it in games as well, because I always sprint using shift, and I sprint a lot. So that's the real problem, not programming, but gaming. Sprinting in games, that's probably the culprit. So we do this quantity times. So x equals, we pop the item off stacks source. Also, they're going to give us these stacks as a natural number. We want to subtract 1 because we are zero normalizing on, we're zero indexing. Source. What type of laptop is it? I have the exact specs in my Twitch about section underneath the stream. If you click about, it should have all the specs, including the RAM and the peripherals and stuff. It's a gaming laptop. It's pretty good, but it's a few years old now. It has a GTX 1050 for graphics. Good enough for games from 5 years ago and before, which is mostly what I play. There we go. The destination appends the popped item from the source. Now let's print what the stacks look like. It's changed a bit. Yeah, that's what I would expect. The first stack is not... wait, it hasn't changed much at all. Oh, because I've not done it for every line. I need to repeat this for every line. Or line in f.read lines. Will this continue, or will it start from read lines from the first line again? Sure, we'll find out. Okay. And now finally, we want the top character, i.e. the last character of each stack. So we want print dot join stacks stack -1 for stack in stacks. That should join them together as one string. Do I feel confident? A bit, because I've really done this one very step by step, a bit more so than the previous puzzles. Like, I printed what I was doing as I was going along to make sure it was actually working. Okay, it's correct. Part 2. As you watch the crane operator expertly rearrange the crates, you notice the process isn't following your prediction. Some mud was covering the writing on the side of the crane, and you quickly wipe it away. The crane isn't a Crate Mover 9000, it's a Crate Mover 9001! It's over 9000! The Crate Mover 9001 is notable for many new and exciting features. Air conditioning, leather seats, an extra cup holder, and the ability to pick up and move multiple crates at once. Placement laptop keys. I guess it depends on whether the key itself is broken. I don't know much about keys, but I thought the key would mostly just be a piece of plastic, and that the circuit would belong to the laptop, but I've never actually looked under these things, so... Yeah. The only question is whether I can actually get one of those keys out here in Asia, but I don't know, maybe in a couple of months' time I might be visiting Europe again. I might be able to get a university to pay for my flight if I can convince them to let me give a talk at the university. I'm trying to see if I can get that to work. That's how you get free flights. Not just give a talk, but teach a class. Teach a programming class, to be specific. Python AI, actually, so it's exactly what I'm doing right now. Ability to pick up and move multiple crates at once. Well, that's interesting, because then it means... Yeah, okay. So it means you take a bunch of crates and you put them down. That means the order is not reversed as you put them down. So we'd have to adjust for that. So we now just do the same thing. Thailand is a shipping location. Yeah, but it's Thailand, it's expensive to get electronics because shipping costs a lot, but we'll see. Then again, Thailand has a pretty big... I'm not in Thailand now, but I will be for Christmas and New Year's probably. But there's a big IT mall in Bangkok, which is huge, and it has loads of... I mean, in England, we don't have things like this, but it's just like an entire mall, shopping mall, where every floor is just computer shops selling like gaming, laptops, parts, all this stuff. I've never seen anything like that in England. So they probably will have something. I'll just have to go to Bangkok. I mean, we don't really have shopping malls in general in England. It's not really a very British thing. Okay, so I just need to adjust this so that the order is preserved. So there's two ways I could do this. I could just take the slice from the end and then attach the slice. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. The other way is I could take each item one by one onto a temporary stack, then take each item from that temporary stack onto the next place. Then the order will be reversed twice, would it? Yeah, but that's... I don't need to do it like that. I can just say... So we don't need to do this. We can just say... dest to dest we add source the slice that ranges from minus quantity to the end. But then we also have to take that off source. Source equals source up until minus quantity. I love Python slices. Once you... Okay, that looks... to someone who doesn't do Python, those lines probably look horrible. But once you understand how slices work and you become fluent in it, it's so much easier than whatever you end up doing in C or C++ or Java or anything. Having to do those for loops with iterators and stuff is just more verbose and takes up more lines. Alright, let's try that. Of course it doesn't work. Test int is not... I don't think... Oh, no. I forgot to index into the stack. Ooh, wait. It won't let me do this because it was a tuple. Stacks was a tuple. It's not going to let me change the stacks. Alright, let's go back and change it to a list then. I give up. In proper programming, you know, you would make it a tuple so that no one else who changes your code will mess with the tuple and break things. But we're not at Amazon here, so... where was it? Yeah. Will make things dangerous. Alright, just fixed. I forgot to change this one. Ooh, it looks like we have an empty stack now. Oh. We have all empty stacks. We've actually completely emptied all the stacks. Whoops. We've mysteriously made some crate disappear. What here? Okay, first of all, I don't think I need -1 there. Would that change it? I don't think so. Oh, it does. So -1. Clearly, I don't know slices as well as I thought I did. -1 doesn't always mean the end. Whatever, it works now. Let's test this out. Yes! I think this is the first time I didn't get any wrong answers. Maybe one other day I probably managed as well. I mean, that just goes to show if you actually bother to test your program as you're building it, which I didn't do in the previous days, you actually make stuff work. So that's the lesson here. We're slowly building up the picture. I don't know what this picture is going to be. I was reading that whoever solved yesterday's problem, whoever came first, and he solved it in a matter of seconds, he made a post explaining how he did it. It's some sort of river through a forest, is it? Yeah, it might be. It would fit the story so far. So far it's been about elves trekking through a jungle and a beach and stacking boxes. So who came top yesterday? Day 4. This guy here. Is it this guy? This guy is Thai. That's Bangkok, isn't it? The Thai name for Bangkok. Oh, he literally has Thai in his name. Is this the guy who used AI to solve it? Or maybe it wasn't this guy. One of the people who came top. It's a very long name. That? Oh man, that is small by Thai standards. I've seen, like, Thai people show me their full name, and it's way longer than that. And they always have some nickname, which is just like one syllable or something, but their full names just go on forever. I don't think he's even including all his names. He's probably just using... That's his short name, I think. Yeah. The name for Bangkok, that is a full sentence. It means, like, I don't know, the place that's really great and blah, 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 something like that. It spells out a full sentence, I think. But last year, the government in Thailand officially changed the name Bangkok back to Krung Thep. But the funny thing is nobody's going for it. Everybody, including airlines and official services, is still referring to it as Bangkok. So, you know, everyone's just throwing a middle finger to the government. Refusing to rename it. So it is, for all intents and purposes, it is Bangkok. Nobody even wants to call it Krung Thep anymore. All right, but I digress. What was I trying to do? I was trying to find... Okay, I don't think it's this guy, actually. Somebody made a post explaining how he did it, and he didn't even look at the problem himself. He actually wrote an AI which studies the problem, looks for key phrases, figures out what the solution should be, and then just solves it. Literally, it's an AI that solves the problem, looking at the natural language, which is crazy and impressive. But understandably, a lot of people were kind of pissed off because they didn't want to be competing against the AI, and that's a reasonable point of view as well. I don't have any opinion on the matter really, but to be fair, this advent of code doesn't set any rules. It's a very much free for all. You're allowed to make AI to solve them problems. So yeah, he made an AI which literally solved the problem, understood the language of the problem, and solved it. That is no easy feat. He had to make the AI, yeah, exactly. Although, I mean, I can see the argument if it was a programming competition, like a competitive one, where, you know, there's prizes and stuff, I would argue that you can't bring an AI to the table, everything. It's hard to set the boundary because you're always allowed to use pre-written code. Like, I could say, oh, this is the knapsack problem. Hey, I solved the knapsack problem last year. Let's reuse some of that code. I would totally do that. Everyone does that. But at what point do you draw the line between reusing code and using an AI which you've completely written, which is several thousand lines long, and completely solves the problem? I think it's not an easy thing to distinguish. It's not my problem to solve. I don't think they're giving prizes, at least. If there's prizes on offer, maybe they would be stricter on what you are or aren't allowed to do. The main problem is it kills the spirit for those who actually want to stand a chance of solving the problem like the traditional way. But did I just see someone called No Condom Chris? Okay. No Condom Chris. Cool. Boob. I thought that was Boob Quack. Alright, well, I'll be back tomorrow, I guess, for the next day. In the first 10 places, the time difference is like 10 minutes. The time difference. So, oh, but it's not just it. I mean, it could be that these top 10 are all AI solvers. I don't know. Or no, actually, probably not. I think. I mean, 2 minutes is 1.5 minutes is a reasonable time to solve that problem if you're an expert competitive coder. Like, I could realistically skim through that description and pick out exactly what I need to do. I don't think I could code it fast enough, but I can totally believe that some people could. So yeah, I don't know how many of these have been solved by AIs. It might be the wrong day. I think there was some day where he got top. I don't know which day it was. All right. Anyway, that's day 5. I'll see you tomorrow for day 6. All right. See you later, DHA.